Call to order City of Forest Park City Council meeting number 1288, February 20th, 2017. Let us stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The clerk call the roll, please.
Burns.
Here.
Collins. Cottle. Herbie.
Here.
Holt.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Southall.
Here. Is there a motion to excuse the council members as well as Mr. Wyckoff?
I would move to excuse Councilwoman Collins and Cottle, and also our Law Director, John Wyckoff.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we excuse Councilwoman Collins and Cottle as well as Law Director John Wyckoff. Are there any discussions? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to excuse, let it be known by the sign of voting aye. Opposed? Those council people and the Law Director are hereby excused. Item number 2 is the minutes. You received copies of the minutes. Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. Item number 3 is presentation, business of the month, February AE Doors and Windows. Mr. Paul Brown.
Mayor, thank you very much for your introduction tonight. Yes, our February business of the month is AE Door and Window. AE is a major supplier of Clopay garage doors, LiftMaster garage door openers, Provia entry and storm doors, and a number of other fine home improvement products. Not only is AE a major distributor and installer of residential doors and windows, the company is also a recognized leader in the commercial construction industry. Indeed, Forest Park-based AE Door and Window is one of the more successful brands in town, having played a major role in several high-profile projects, including Paul Brown Stadium, Kentucky Speedway, and Great American Ballpark. This impressive record of success can be traced to the superior customer service they provide each and every customer, no matter how big or small. Indeed, AE truly sells the best and services the rest. The company has been a key member of our business community for decades. Recently, they announced plans for significant expansion of their Sharon Road facility. Specifically, the company will invest more than $1 million to add 15,000 square feet to the existing building on Sharon Road. The existing building is 24,000 square feet. The proposed addition will provide much-needed space for new offices and an expanded showroom. Warehouse and loading space will also be added as a result of this project. The company employs 56 full-time employees and will add another 15 to 20 positions as a result of this expansion. The Weber family has been an outstanding corporate citizen over the years, and these expansion plans show that they intend to continue in that role for many years to come. Consequently, we could think of no one better to recognize as our business of the month for February 2017 than AE Door and Window. Unfortunately, Adam Weber and the family couldn't be with us tonight. Adam's traveling, so I will make sure that he gets this award. We're very happy. This is one of our business retention successes for this year. We're very happy that we were able to keep this company in Forest Park. So I want to thank Council for your support of the project, and also it should be noted Planning Commission did approve the company's plans for the expansion at their last meeting. So many thanks to them as well.
Thank you very much, Paul. Next item on the agenda, item number 4, communications from the public. This is the time for citizens to comment on matters before council or to ask questions of concern to them. When recognized, please come forward to the podium, give your name and address, and then state your comments or questions. Council meetings are tape recorded for ease of transcriptions. Comments are limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone from the public who would like to address the council? Mr. Wears?
Yes, I thank you for this opportunity. I'm here on behalf of the Forest Park Historical Society, responding to an invitation to make a presentation periodically, and the number fell to me this time. It's following Mary Lou Hoffman's presentation in your December meeting. I'm here, though, because this is a very special night in Forest Park history. This is a special month. This is Black History Month, and because of that, we're going to have another event celebrating that, the Forest Park Gospel Fest. It's now in its 25th year. It began as an idea put forth in 1992 by the Cultural Subcommittee of the Parks and Recreation Commission. It was to be a community celebration of Black History Month. Doug Iden chaired the Parks and Recreation Commission, and Rod White chaired the first event. It was given the title, Oh Happy Day, and it was advertised as a free event by the city. The first festival featured a solo vocalist, Wanda Owens. It also had the Mount Zion Baptist Church Men's Ensemble of Evendale and the Lincoln Heights Baptist Church Adult Choir. Clyde Gray was the master of ceremonies, and the Winton Woods High School Auditorium was the venue for that event in 1992. I have available, because of the Historical Society archives, a review of that event that was recorded in the newspaper, Forest Park's newspaper, the New Times it was called, and it was dated March 7, 1992. Quote, music, the universal language, transcends barriers. On February 22 of that year, performers and audience shared what may have been the liveliest history lesson ever presented in a school. Those who were there enjoyed and expressed what is meant by the words celebrating diversity. Blacks and non-blacks, friends, neighbors were bonded in those lived moments. They were led by music and the message it carried through a people's history. This is what gospel music is all about. The review ended by saying, this is what Forest Park is all about. Each event in subsequent years began with an opening prayer by a local pastor and concluded with a masked choir performance. Curtis Fuller served as the master of ceremonies one year, and one of the featured speakers was local attorney William Alakda. By 1995, the audience was estimated at over 650 attendees. PNC Bank became the main sponsor in 1999, and Wanda Owens became the program coordinator. Publicity for the event indicated the purpose was, and I quote, to celebrate community harmony through talented performances brought with a message of praise and spirit, end of quote. That year, the Gospel Fest featured several gospel performers of song, dance, and music. Praise dancers from the Macedonia Living Word Fellowship participated in a program that included 5 church choirs altogether and 1 other dance group. In 2000, the Gospel Fest moved to its current location, Dayspring Church of God. In 2014, there was a combination of 11 choirs, dance groups, and individual soloists that were scheduled. This year's event will again be held at Dayspring Church on February 25th from 6 to 8 p.m. Here with me tonight is the senior pastor at Dayspring Church, Pastor Tim Tufelt, whom the Historical Society wishes to thank for what his church has contributed to one of the city's treasured traditions. So, on behalf of the Forest Park Historical Society, thank you, Pastor Tim, and please pass it on to those in your who are also helpful in this regard. Now, one other thing before I leave, I want you all to have a copy of that review that was published in 1992. So I've made a copy for one copy for each member, the city manager, and the clerk of council. You want to say a word?
Thank you for the opportunity to receive this recognition and honor. It was in 2001, April 1st was my first Sunday here in Forest Park at the Dayspring Church. And if you remember, it was the time in which the city of Cincinnati was experiencing great racial tension. The city nearly closed down to riots, and that became our call to reconciliation for now these past 16 years serving this community. we have seen Dayspring Church, I will be glad to give a little commercial, become a very diverse congregation, really representing Forest Park in the demographics that are published. We now reflect inside the church what the outside, what Forest Park looks like. And what a privilege it has been to find blacks, whites, Latinos, and Asians, and all coming together, Democrats and Republicans coming together, finding a unity found only, I believe, in Christ Jesus. And it's been such a joy to be able to reflect that here in Cincinnati. Not only does Dayspring Church host the congregation that I serve, but also a daycare, Agape Children's Center, which reflects a high commitment to families, especially those that have been splintered and have had financial difficulties. Over 80% of our families that we serve are underprivileged families. And we purposely want to be there to help families, a lot of single moms and other families that are struggling financially, to have a place, a safe place where they can leave their children and make a better life for themselves. And so I just wanted to say thank you to this city. The diversity, the unity that is often and always displayed. The Forest Park Police and the fire department have been such a great help to us in many ways. And Mayor, especially you and your support, how you have supported us, and we greatly appreciate it. We love this community. We pray for you and our leaders. In our prayer room, we have your names listed, and every Wednesday night, there's a group that gathers to pray for you. Pray for other things as well, but for you as well. But thank you for this honor. I really appreciate this in a very special way. God bless you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the community? Just
Hello,
hi.
my name is Sharon Watts, and I live at the Versailles Village apartment complex here on Sharon Road. And I came today to say I am a executive director and founder of a youth employment program, work with at-risk teens through the city of Cincinnati. I act as a satellite for the city of Cincinnati, finding jobs for youth in our demographic area for summer employment, teaming with Urban League, Community Action Agency, and other summer youth employers. I've been here 5 years and have been established in our community and trying to find ways that I could input or impact our young people for positive change. And I think that we, as a community, could enforce employment for our at-risk teens, that if they're working, then it will reduce our crime rate significantly if we find something for them to do. And I have the energy in this community to be able to bring that forth. I have an upcoming job fair where I would be utilizing facility. I used your park last year to host my event for summer employment, and then we had the clubhouse that is no longer available at the end of our complex to host the events the years before that. So I'm just Sharon Watts here in the city of Forest Park. Glad to be a part of this city. And I just wanted to make an introductory today to say I am here to be a force in our community to make change with our young people and reinforcing jobs and opportunities for them to work through summer and year-round employment. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe Human Resources did have an application for you.
Yes.
So they will be getting in touch with you to perhaps volunteer to join some of our committees and commissions, and we thank you for that as well. Also, I would like to take this time to thank Brandon Wills and the Historic Society. I know that being a member of that group, I know of the work that you do and all of the time that's put in by that group, but especially by you, Brandon, and I appreciate it. And I want to further thank you all for bringing us periodically the historic moments of Forest Park. That's, I find it to be, as I said when I initially approached you about it, it's very important that our community, especially the young people, know about our history and understand where Forest Park has come from the beginning up through the present. And a very rich part of that history is the Gospel Fest. And Reverend Tim, I want to thank you for allowing us the use of your facility and for all that you do in making that annual event successful. I know that the Parks and Recreation Commission puts a lot of work in, but so do the people up at your church. They welcome us, they assist us in every way that we possibly would need it. And I'm sure that come next Saturday, it's going to be pretty much business as usual. And as I say from here every year, I would not wait until 6 o'clock to get there. If you want to get a good seat and enjoy the festive music, get there a little bit ahead of time so that you can do that. Get yourself parked, get settled. One of the great parts of that event is actually the milling around of the people before the event starts. People who come every year, some of them don't see each other except that one time a year, and people just kind of mill around and talk to each other, and everybody kind of get in the mood for the program. So again, thank you, sir, and Brandon, thank you for bringing him here tonight. I don't know that all of the members of council had the opportunity to meet him and to visit his church. And I would say this also, go visit, but just don't go just on Sunday. Go over during the week or during some of the activities that, many activities that they have going on. They have a lot of community-based activities going on at that church. And it's made Forest Park a much, much better place to live. Councilwoman Herbie.
Yes, Brandon didn't specifically say this, but this is not only the anniversary of this event, but it's the 25th anniversary, which is extraordinarily significant. And I have attended a number of the Gospel Fests, and I have to applaud the diversity. It's not just a diverse audience, it's also the diverse performers as well. And I can remember a very snowy evening a few years ago that I attended. And it's well worth it. And I do thank you because I know you've hosted it for many, many years, and we really do appreciate that.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I just want to say, you mentioned the Lincoln Heights Missionary Baptist Church as being part of the beginning. I want to let you know that I am from Lincoln Heights Missionary Baptist Church. I'm part of that choir, and we are planning to be there this year.
Right.
So we'll be celebrating that 25th anniversary with you all.
Okay. Anything from anybody else?
I wanted to say one first.
Yes, sir.
I was helped in preparing these notes by Irvin Smith, who is a member of our executive board, by Kathy Jackson Benbrough, here at City Hall, and my wife Betty, who assisted in drafting.
Thank you. Mr. B, did you have something?
I just want to show my appreciation because, I mean, you know, when you do service to the Lord, you have nothing to do but succeed, and we know that. And this is a testimony of that, right? A few people in 1992 said, we're going to do this. And today, that few cannot be counted. And that's what it's all about, right? So I thank you for being the church, representing the church as it is today, and seeing the opportunity, because in 2001, that was a very serious moment, especially if anybody had to work downtown, because downtown did shut down, period. So just to make that statement resonates with me because I saw it from my office window. I saw the deeds and the acts. So to make that stand means a lot, and you can see the results just in the way God is moving people to be a part of it.
Okay, before we go on to the next item, this is a time when the people in our audience generally leave us. Feel free to do so. You're always welcome to stay, but don't feel that you absolutely have to. We appreciate your comment, and thank you all very much again. The next item on the agenda, item number 5, report of standing committees. The first of those committees would be Ways and Means Committee. Councilwoman Herbie.
No report.
Any questions for Councilwoman Herbie? Councilwoman Herbie, I have no items on the agenda thus far for you on the 27th. Do you have any to add?
No, sir.
Next report is Community Development. Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no report, but if there are any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Any questions for Mr. Burns? Hearing none. Thank you, Mr. B. I have no items on the agenda for you for the work session on the 27th. Do you have any to add?
No, I do not.
Next committee report is Law Committee, Councilwoman Collins. She's absent. Is there anyone from her committee who has anything for her? Hearing none, there are no items on the agenda for her for the 27th at this time. Next committee report is Human Resources Committee, Councilwoman Holt.
I do not have a report, thank you.
Any questions for Councilwoman Holt? Hearing none, Councilwoman Holt, I have no items for you. Do you have any to add?
No, I do not.
Next report is Public Safety Committee. That's my committee. I have no report. I would answer any questions if there are any. Next, we have Public Improvements and Facilities, Councilman Southall.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do not have a report for public improvement proceeding.
Any questions for Mr. Southall? Hearing none. Mr. Southall, I have no items on the agenda for you. Do you have any to add?
Not at this time, no. Thank you, sir.
And the last committee report is Intergovernmental Relations and Communications. That's my chair of the committee. I have no report, but I'd be glad to answer any questions if there are any. Hearing none, we will go to item number 6, the mayor's report. I'll start off by saying today I attended the Forest Park Steppers, and in conjunction with the Parks and Recreation Commission, at the Senior Center, the luncheon in commemoration of Black History Month. As usual, it was very well attended, very good event. And again, for those of you who have not had the opportunity to come over for line dancing on Mondays, feel free to do so. First and foremost, there is no age limit. There's no such thing as being, as Pearl Lewis would say, there's no such thing as being too old to dance. So come over and join us. I think you will find that you'd have quite a bit of fun. And I want to thank the Parks and Recreation Commission, Taffy, and as well as Ty Smith for helping the Senior Center board to organize that event today. Also, I would like to announce to council, be sure to make note that there will be an executive session on March 6th at 7:30 p.m. Note that the executive session will be before rather than after the meeting. The purpose of it will be to discuss the anticipated retirement of the city manager and the execution of a transition plan. So I'd like for everybody to make every effort to be present for that executive session. This is something that we have to discuss and get moving on. So make sure you make a note of that. That would end my report. I'd be happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Just procedurally, will we have to open council?
No, this is before.
Okay.
It's my understanding that the executive session will be at 7:30. If need be, and this is something that I will discuss with John prior to, but the starting time will be at 7:30. And we will probably start the meeting, perhaps, but that would be something that I will discuss with Ray and John.
You should vote on it tonight, that you're gonna go into executive session. You need to vote to go into executive session.
Okay, yeah.
Do it tonight.
Once we have started the regular meeting, I would ask for Councilman Burns and/or Herbie to make a motion to amend the agenda so that a vote can be taken to do the executive session on the 6th, because whenever there's an executive session, we have to vote to go into executive session. It does not have to be done at the meeting that the executive session is held. The vote would take place tonight, so I would like to ask them to amend the agenda so for a vote on an executive session to be held at 7:30 p.m. on March 6th for the purposes of discussing personnel. Are there any other, if there are no other questions, that would end my report, and we will go to item number 7, the city manager's report. Mr. Hodges.
Thank you. I'll briefly mention 3 things. First, that the departmental reports have all been completed. They were included in the council packet and also placed on file with the clerk of council for public inspection. I'll also report that we're in the process of completing the annual reports for 2016. We should complete that by the end of this week and have it available for council and the public. We generally print those online, have it accessible online, but we'll give you information on that once we release the annual reports. And then finally, just to mention that I will be out of town starting Thursday, and will be en route back on Monday. So if anyone would need anything, if you'd send me for the end of the day Wednesday, I would appreciate it. But if you just kind of keep in mind that I'll be out of town, and Ty Smith will be serving as the acting city manager in my absence. So that would conclude my report, but I would respond to any questions if there are any.
Any questions for our city manager? Hearing none, thank you. We go to item number 8, other reports. First of those being the clerk of council, Mrs. Huffman.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do not have a report this evening.
Any questions for clerk of council? Hearing none, thank you very much. At this time, I would like to ask for a motion to amend the agenda. Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to amend the agenda and add under section 10, item D, a motion for executive session on March 6th.
Second.
It's been moved and second that we amend the agenda to add an item D, which would be a motion to have an executive session on March 6th. Any questions? Heard the question? I believe that's, is that a roll call?
Yes.
Would clerk please call the roll on the motion to amend the agenda?
Burns.
Yes.
Herbie.
Yes.
Holt.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Southall.
Yes.
The motion to amend the agenda with an item D passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda then would be item number 9, unfinished business. Is there a motion? Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the second time by title only, ordinance number 01-2017. This ordinance was read for the first time by title only on February 6, 2017.
Second.
It's been moved and second to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the second time by title only, ordinance number 01-2017. Is there a discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Herbie.
Yes.
Holt.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Southall.
Yes.
Burns.
Yes.
Motion to suspend the rules passed 5-0. Item A under unfinished business, is ordinance number 01-2017. Would the clerk please read that ordinance by title only?
Ordinance number 01-2017, an ordinance amending Section 132.05 of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Forest Park as it relates to the discharge of firearms fireworks.
Is there a motion? Mr. Barnes?
Thank you. I move to accept or for passage of ordinance number 01-2017.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt ordinance number 01-2017. Is there any discussion? Mr. Barnes?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. This ordinance is to reclassify the improper discharge of firearms from a minor misdemeanor to a more serious charge and penalty of misdemeanor of the first degree to better reflect the seriousness and potential danger of the offense.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on ordinance 01-2017?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Southall,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Herbie.
Yes.
Ordinance 01-2017 passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is item 10, new business. Is there a motion, Mr. Barnes?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and read resolution number 01-2017 and 02/2017 by title only. These resolutions were posted 6 days prior to the meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and read resolutions number 01-2017 and 02-2017 by title only. Is there a discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Johnson,
Yes.
Southall,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt.
Yes.
The motion to suspend the rule passes 5-0. Next item on the first business item under number 10 is A, resolution number 01-2017. Would the clerk please read that resolution by title only?
Resolution number 01-2017, a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Innovative Software Services, Inc., to purchase city tax software to manage and process income collection for the city of Forest Park.
Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
I would move adoption of resolution number 01-2017 contingent on reviewing the results of researching the maintenance agreement.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded with that resolution 01-2017. Is there a discussion? Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes. This resolution is before council to change the computer software used to manage the collection of our municipal income tax. We have had used a Baldwin Group Municipal Income Tax Solution, or MITS, to manage our income tax collections since the inception of the collection of income taxes. And because the current database has become difficult to sustain due to the age of the database, the Finance Department's provided a funding memorandum and supporting documentation and is recommending that the City Council convert to Innovative Software Services City Tax Program to manage the collection of our income tax. And the buildup and conversion is expected to take 6 to 9 months to complete, and we are estimated to go live in January of 2018. And this is planned and budgeted item in this year's budget, and it is under the Information Services Computer Equipment Capital Project not to exceed $75,000. So I would urge adoption of this resolution.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll on resolution 1-2017.
Southall,
Yes.
Burns,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes, resolution 01-2017 passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda, item B, resolution number 02-2017. Would the clerk please read this resolution by title only?
Resolution number 02-2017, a resolution between the City of Forest Park and the City of Springdale for the West Kemper Road improvements between Southland Road and Ken Road.
Is there a motion, Mr. Southall?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I offer a motion that resolution number 02217 be received for adoption.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we adopt resolution number 02-2017. Is there discussion, Mr. Southall?
Yes, on this particular item, the staff has recommended that since we are in a joint project to repave West Kemper between Southland Road and Ken Road, it would save the city quite a bit of money, and our share of that particular project would be around $58,000, which is 50% of the entire project. So with that, I offer motion that we adopt resolution 02217.
Any other discussion? I believe that would be Sharon Road to Ken Road, yeah. Okay, any further discussion?
No. The resolution says West Kemper.
West Kemper.
The discussion.
Okay, it says Southland, okay, on here it says Sharon, but it's the resolution, I see. All right. So, just so we're clear, it's Southland to Kemper.
To Ken.
Ken,
Kemper Road, Southland to Ken.
gotcha.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's,
So, would the clerk please call the roll on the resolution?
Burns,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Southall.
Yes.
Resolution 02-2017 passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is item C, a motion, Councilwoman Herbie.
Yes, I would move to accept the general fund summary report as contained in the departmental reports.
Second.
It's been moved and second to receive the general fund summary report as contained in the departmental reports. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Next item on the agenda is item D, a motion, Mr. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that we convene an executive session on March 6th at 7:30 PM to review and discuss retirement of city manager and transition planning.
Second.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Councilwoman Holt seconds. It's been moved and seconded that we pass the motion to have an executive session on March 6th at 7 p.m. for the purpose of discussing personnel. Any discussions? 7:30. Yes.
Ray has a comment.
Mr. Hodges.
And the location of that?
That meeting, that executive session would be held in, make it 3B, in 3B. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Is there any other business to come before the body? Any other business to come before the body? Hearing none.